Hello, welcome to Life is Funny That Way, the podcast where we discuss the humorous side of life. I'm Sarah Batishi, and I'm here with my mother.
Di Viola. Hello, America.
Hello, we hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We had some exciting news this Christmas, and we're finally able to talk about it on air because everyone else knows.
Yes.
Now everyone in the family knows, so now everyone else
Now we can
know.
tell everyone else.
Tell you.
Yes. So, my son announced that he and his wife are having a baby.
That's right. We're having a baby.
We're.
We're
It feels
having
like
a
us.
baby.
Yes.
And I have already started shopping for things.
Oh, have you?
I haven't purchased anything yet, but I've been looking.
You've been looking.
Making a list of things we need to get for the
I'm
baby.
making a list. Okay.
I've been trying to figure out when I should take off work to go and, spend time with the new baby.
Them. Yeah.
Yes, I don't really care about Addie and his wife. I just want to see the baby.
Yes, I know. I'm feeling that way too. And I have not been shopping yet, but every night I look at the ultrasound and the picture of the ultrasound they gave us and try to determine the sex of the baby.
It's a girl.
We feel it's
for
a girl.
But
We
Tishi
think.
men always have girls.
Yeah, we feel like it's a girl. So, I keep looking at the ultrasound trying to discern the child's features.
I know.
It's like 2 months along, you just see a blurb of shadow things, and I'm like,
little baby.
I wonder what
Yeah.
color her eyes will be.
Yeah.
I wonder, all this stuff, and I'm looking at the features. Who's she gonna look like? And I'm like, you can't tell anything from an ultrasound picture,
But I have
unless
a
you're a
feeling.
doctor. Yes.
I don't
Yes.
need a doctor to
Yeah.
tell. I
You know.
know.
We should find out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited. It was the way that they announced it. I thought that was a really good gift because
Yeah.
they had you and James open a present at the same time.
Right, except it didn't work out.
It didn't work out that way. James, of course, he opened his first, and he pulls out this shirt. On the back of it, it says Cool Cousins Club, and I'm reading it and I'm like, Cool Cousins, and then it clicks and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, here's what I was thinking. I thought they gave him some anime
Yes,
shirt.
I know.
And
they
I'm
did.
going in my brain, I'm going, Cool Cousins. Is that an anime series that Xana X watches? And I'm trying to figure it out. And then you're like screaming. I'm
I'm
like,
like, are we pregnant?
you guys
Are we having
shove
a
a
baby?
bag at me. You're like,
Mom, you
look
have
at the bag.
You were just
did
holding
I have it? Oh, I was just holding it. I was
You were just
waiting
holding
for
it.
James. And you guys are like, open it, open it, open it.
Yeah, because he had it. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
are we having a baby?
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And they're like, open the gift.
Yes. And then I opened it, and it was a little onesie that said, you can stop asking now.
Yes.
So then I was like, oh, you're having a baby. And I'm like, well, I didn't really ask that much. And Addie just looks at me.
Yeah, we
He's
all
like,
asked a lot.
right, Mom, right. So, yeah, we're beyond excited. We're ready to hit the stores or get online and shop for that child.
Yeah, I don't think James is too excited about it. He's
No.
adjusting to the idea.
He's
still.
adjusting to the idea. He was the only grandchild, and now he's got to share.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not sure how he feels about that.
He's
yet.
got to share the spotlight
Yeah.
in about 7 months.
Yep. He better adjust quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, and I am wondering, they have a lot of animals. In the midst of 2 dogs, a cat, chickens, they did have 2 goats. Addie wants to get a lizard. I'm just wondering, are they going to be able to find the baby after it's born?
I mean,
And
I would hope so. I hope they. I mean, he did say, I was like trying to plan a vacation for us this spring. He's like, well, I think we gotta we gotta finish the renovations and get ready for the baby. And I'm like, well, I guess that's a smart idea. I was like, yeah.
So you guys aren't going on the vacation then?
They're not coming. James and I don't think we're gonna go to the Bahamas, but I think we're gonna go on vacation in March or end of April.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
spring break.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering how that's going to play out. They don't live on a farm. They live in a residential area.
How do you have goats in a residential area?
Well, they gave the goats away because they kept escaping. Addie would come home from work, and the chickens that had their coop in the back would be in the front yard. So it's like that show, Green Acres. You probably haven't seen that show. It's an old 70s show where they live in this old broken down farmhouse, and they're just trying to fix everything, and there's animals, and it's just, so just, anyway, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll figure it out, but yeah.
I mean, I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Anyway, so do you want to introduce our topic?
No, you're going to introduce the topic.
Oh, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm sorry.
We talked about this.
We did. Okay, America, I have the most awful memory. I don't remember things even in split seconds, so you'll have to forgive me. So I thought that we would talk about things that we would handle differently than we did last year.
Yes.
What are some decisions that we made?
I had to move it, Mom. You're twitching your leg like you always do, and it's crunching, and it's like...
Okay, there's a piece of paper on the ground, America. Okay, so I'm making noise again. Okay, so we're going to talk about things we would handle differently or do differently than last year.
Mistakes. I think, in parentheses, I saw a reflection on last year's mistakes.
Yes.
So, if you want to start with your first one.
Okay. Well, I decided that I am no longer going to drive at night.
Okay. I want to know what led up to this decision.
Okay. Well, about maybe 3 flat tires later, I keep running into potholes. And I don't have an excuse for this.
Keep running into them, or?
Well, here's the deal. I cannot see, and I don't have an excuse because the potholes are not in the road. They are off the side of the road.
So how are you getting off the side of the road?
I am evidently driving over the white line on the side of the road into the potholes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dad, last tire he changed, he was like shaking his head. He's like, I told him where I hit the pothole. Being Dad, he goes back to, I was parked at McDonald's. He goes back to the spot where I hit the pothole. After he fixed the tire, he looks at it. He goes, that pothole's on the side of the road. What did you do? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. I must have.
Like, I don't know. I was just over there.
Guess I was driving on the side of the road. I can't see where the lines are at night. So anyway, not only did I do that night, and he had to buy the second tire he's done because I hit something, or maybe the third, I'm not even sure. But I also I got in the car after he fixed the tire. I'm trying to back up the car, and I'm like, oh, the car won't move. He's like, it's in park. I realize it's in park. And then I'm touching the brakes. I'm like, something's wrong with the brakes. So he gets in the car, he pushes the brakes, he looks at me and he goes, nothing's wrong with the brakes. I said, these brakes feel loose. And he's like, scoot up. The brakes are fine. And then he says, you're showing your blonde tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh my gosh, Mom.
yeah, I'm a mess. And another reason I feel like I shouldn't be driving at night was because my dad could not see. He was the worst driver. And one night, he came home. Well, he came home that night, and then when my brother got up, he came down and said, I hit something on the Jersey Turnpike last night.
Oh, no.
And my brother said, what'd you do? And he said, I got a hose. That's what I did. And I hosed off the front of the car, and then I got a newspaper. And I didn't see that anybody had been killed on the Jersey Turnpike. So I figured I was okay. So I'm thinking, I have not run over anybody yet, but I'm thinking that it would probably be a good idea for me to stop driving at
so
night.
You don't have to hose down your car.
Yes.
I got a hose. What was he going to do?
I don't know.
If he saw someone in the paper.
I don't know. We never got that far.
Jeez,
It's a scary thought. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I know that he hit a guy on a bike. Maybe he did one other thing. Oh, someone was stopped in the middle of the road, and my brother drove by and saw the person stalled, and he drove by them, and he was like, gee, I hope Dad doesn't come along. And sure enough, my dad came along,
No.
had no clue the guy was stopped in the middle of the road in his lane, and plowed right into him.
Did that man get a license?
I don't know, and they had a power steering car, and as he got older, he couldn't drive anymore, which for good reason. And so I was visiting, and I got in the car, and I wasn't used to driving power steering, so I was a little bit like this, and he gets in the car, he starts complaining about me driving. He's like, you're kind of doing this, you're kind of going like, shaky, like side to side. And I'm like, well, this explains why I hit potholes in the first place. But I blame it on the power steering that time. I'm pretty sure it was the power steering.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Power steering or genetics. Who knows?
Genetics, yeah.
It carries down. I mean, I'm a poor driver as well.
Yeah. In the day, I'm not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But at night, I'm a menace to society.
Yes. Smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I have decided to do differently this year is to give clear instructions to my child when asking him to do things, because I have found that if I don't lay it out specifically, like unload the dishwasher and then put the dishes away, like he's almost like Amelia Bedelia, where it's like, if I don't word it specifically, it either doesn't get done or another mess is made.
Yes. He does the minimum amount of the chore.
He does the minimum, or it's like back in October when I told him to take the pumpkin downstairs to the trash.
Right.
That was on me. That pumpkin mess all over the stairs, that was on me. Because
you did not give specific instructions.
I didn't give specific instructions because I didn't think about him just throwing it down the stairs because he's a boy.
Yes.
And so I feel like I need to be much more clear in my communication with him.
Yeah, that would probably be something good to work on.
Yeah.
Maybe save yourself from a few situations.
Yes.
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 Yes. So I also this year, I'm going to accept the fact that Dad has truly embraced his role as a father. And what I mean by that is he's always been a good father, but he is very much a dad. He is very worried now about electricity and water.
Yeah.
And conserving them. And I don't remember him being that way when he was young. In fact, we lived on way less money back then than we did now. And he's more worried about the electricity and water now. And maybe that's because things have gone up. But it's still, we're okay. But yeah, he was so worried about this over Christmas.
That he was going to send X.
Over to your house.
Yes, because he didn't want the water bill to go up.
Right. We had 8 people, 2 dogs, and a cat in the house. You're included in the 8 when you came to visit. Yeah, we had a lot. And when my son Addison, his wife, showed up, he was like, he looked at X and was like, I think you can go over to Sarah's and stay the night there, and then you can come over. And Xana was like, well, X was like, well, I like, being with everybody here. And Dad's like, well, what about y'all got to share a bathroom? And I'm like, okay, first of all, we've got 4 bathrooms. That's 2 people per bathroom. That is not bad. As your grandmother attested, that in the old days, there were like 6 children to 1 bathroom.
To the outhouse.
Yes, to the outhouse. So 2 people was not a big deal, and I didn't think it was a big deal. We had to convince him that everything was going to be okay. And then I realized that he was a little bit concerned about how many showers people would be taking.
Yeah, and X takes like 30-minute showers.
She does. She's in there. Sometimes I hear her singing. So I don't know what she's doing in there. She's talking to herself, and
who knows?
It's
she lives in her own world.
Yeah, she lives in her own world. So yeah, 30-minute. Autumn takes long showers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
so you're accepting that.
Yeah, I'm gonna accept it instead of going, he is crazy on this. He needs to stop because it's driving me crazy. But yeah. So I'm just going to accept it this year. Go with it. Yeah.
That's good. Acceptance is really important.
Yes, it is. It's really hard.
In a lot of things.
It's really hard, but it's really important.
Very important. So this one, I have decided, I've come to the hard decision that I will no longer date men with neck tattoos. This one was really hard for me because I love a man with tattoos, and
yeah, I know that, but a neck. You like them on the neck?
It was so hot. I met this guy this summer when we were all out. I met him, and he was great. We really connected. I had told him, I was like, jokingly, I was like, I think we're gonna have a great toxic relationship, joking because it was neck tattoo. Right. And so we would text back and forth, and then we all met up again. We went to like Chicken and Pickle or something. And we were talking for like 3 weeks over the phone, and stuff. And then we met up again the second time, and
he had another tattoo.
No, he didn't have his tattoo.
Oh,
but
so he was wearing a stick-on tattoo.
Yes.
One of those,
and it wasn't on the side, Mom. It was like on the front, and it was like a heart. And this is not even the worst part of it. Okay,
he was a poser.
He was a poser. So that the neck tattoo should have warned me. Okay.
Yeah.
Because him not having the tattoo, because I still talked to him and hung out with him anyways, Well, I noticed, I had gone to the bathroom. I left my purse there thinking, I'm around friends. I don't need to worry about it.
Right.
When I come back, I see that he's had stuck his hand in my purse and is pulling out a pack of gum. And I was like, oh, you're just helping yourself to my gum? Mm-hmm. And Gina kind of laughed. She's like, yeah, you're just you just reached your hand in a girl's purse and took her gum. She's like, you should never reach in a girl's purse.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely thought that was weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
And the next day I realized that I was missing the cash in my purse.
Oh,
So,
no.
old fake neck tattoo.
Fake
Stole
necktie.
my money.
And a robber. He's
robbed
a
thief.
you. Thief.
He's a thief. Yeah, he was a thief.
Gosh. Probably stole that neck tattoo from
He
somebody.
needed, you know what? When I called him out on it, I decided, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna call him out and then let it go. So I put a group text together of his friends and then a few of my fire friends, and I just said, hey, did you I was like, I hope you spent my money wisely. I was like, was it just like the last funds you needed to get an actual neck tattoo? Or...
Oh gosh.
But then, you know, of course he denied it, and then he, you know, I just let it go and deleted and blocked.
Right.
But
how much money was it?
almost like $30.
Oh,
I mean, for me, it's like a tank
It's a
of gas.
lot.
He knew
Right.
I was a single mom. I'm like, how do you
Right.
take anyone's money, let
Yeah.
alone a single mom? That's just gross.
Yeah, that's a low life.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to come to the decision, like, maybe don't date men with neck tattoos. Fake or no?
I think
Real
so.
or
If
fake?
they have arm tattoo, it's okay.
Oh, I still love a full sleeve tattoo.
Oh, full sleeve.
Oh, full sleeve.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
I love it.
I could see maybe one tattoo, but the whole sleeve thing is weird to
I
me.
love it.
You love it.
Yeah.
That's manly.
It's manly. It's bad. They're so hot.
You need to stay away from bad.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly. Anyway, that's a good goal.
That's the biggest
considering.
one. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
biggest not doing that this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Probably
don't
a
have
good idea.
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, if they're stealing money
don't
out of your
I don't
purse.
have that kind of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. Well, this is something I'm not going to do next Christmas. I'm not going to eat 3 pounds of fudge, gain 4 pounds, and then throw up on Christmas Day
oh, you threw up on Christmas Day?
at night. That night
No.
after I ate a big dinner, because, you know, I've been on this diet, I haven't been eating much. I only threw up once. But anyway, I wasn't sick or anything. I had went to town so much on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I ate everything I can't normally eat, or that I was like, I'm giving myself a hall pass to eat everything. And I ate pie. Your dad had gave me that Harry and David chocolate, a pack of that I love. I ate that. I mean, that thing lasted like 2.5 days, and the whole pack of candy. And I ate, like I said, I ate pie, I ate ham, I ate whatever it was, I ate it. And then I go to bed, and about midnight, my stomach kind of started feeling weird. And I kind of started feeling really nauseous. And I was like, what's going on? I'm not feeling good. I think I'm going to throw up. And I go to the bathroom. Dad hears me, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then he says something about it. I think you ate too much.
Yeah.
Or you ate too much of the wrong stuff. Yeah. So and not only that, I ate pounds and pounds of fudge.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like my weakness. In fact, Xana X had your dad make some fudge before she left to go home. She's like, Dad, I missed out on the fudge because we made it before she got here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, and of course I ate it all. So she's like, I really missed out on the fudge. So he made that again, and then again, yet I went crazy. He said I kept opening up the, fridge to get something, and like a couple hours later, and half the fudge would be gone, and I'd open it, it'd be down to a quarter. And he's like, I know that wasn't Xana X. I knew that. And she did have some. She said she had some, but I think I got the most of that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So no overeating next Christmas.
No. And that's going to be a hard one to keep.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I may not keep it, but
right.
It may not
We'll
happen.
revisit that next Christmas.
Yes.
The last thing, I mean, there are plenty of things that I'm not going to do this year or that I'm going to do differently, but one thing for me is like taking shortcuts or like that I think is a shortcut, whether it's driving or like things around the house, like, or, you know, getting dressed in the morning. Like for some reason, because I went down the stairs to start my car and I had shoes on. Well, for some reason, I decided that I was going to just keep my shoes on. I'm an adult, and I still did this. I decided I was going to keep my shoes on and just, you know, take my pajama pants off and put my jeans over.
You were keeping your shoes on with taking your clothes off.
Yes, because I thought, okay, the pajama pants, got those off no problem because you can open the legs. The jeans, I'm like, oh, they're wide leg enough. I'll just slip them on. That does not work. Like, just take your shoes off before you put your pants on. Don't go down the road that you think is a shortcut. Like, if you don't know that road, it's not a shortcut.
Yeah.
And you're not a master at navigating, so don't do that.
Yeah. So did you get stuck just midway?
Yeah, I got stuck, and then trying to get them off, that got stuck, and
you spent more time trying to get out of the pants.
Yes, and it's just like, I don't even know why I thought that was smart. I don't know.
I do that I don't do it with pants, but I do it with shirts. You know how some blouses button at the wrist? I always think I can get my fist through it, my hand through it, and then I do it and I've got it over my head and I get stuck and I'm like trying to figure out how to either get it back on and call somebody. My fingernails are too long, so I can't unbutton it. So I got to call somebody, like a 5-year-old, to come unbutton me.
It's like, just don't try to make shortcuts.
Right.
Don't try to make shortcuts to save time, because you're not honestly, you're not smart enough, Sarah. Like, that's what I tell myself. You are not smart enough to make this actually a shortcut.
Yes.
So,
yes.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah, Dad says that's why I can't cook, because I try to take too many shortcuts. He says if you just follow the recipe, you know, and I do try to do that, but it never works out for me.
Yeah, I either end up driving way too far away from where I live.
Yeah.
You know, making an even bigger mess. Spending more time in the mornings. It's just like,
right.
I gotta stop.
Right.
I gotta stop making up my own shortcuts.
Yeah,
only
I think
the
you
ones
do.
that are already known, that other people invented.
That other people invented. Yes, and they have evidence that they work.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Never trust your own shortcut. That's the new hashtag this year.
Yeah.
Hashtag never trust your own shortcut.
Never trust your own shortcut.
Yeah.
Find something that's been proven to work.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's it for me. I've got plenty of things I'm going to do differently this year, but those are probably the top 3 for me.
Yeah, those are my top 3 too. Yeah. So thanks for listening, America, and remember, you can check us out at lifeisfunnythatway.com. Give us a share or a like on our podcast website, on Spotify or Apple, Chrome. Is it Chrome?
Oh
something.
my God, that's not even a thing. She just
Chromecast.
made that up.
No,
Chromecast?
I think it's Chromecast.
No, that's what you like stream things on. What are you talking?
Well,
Where did you put when did you do this?
Okay, here's the thing. On our analytics, it says a percentage of our views were on Chromecast, Alexa, TuneIn, of course, Spotify, and Apple.
On Alexa? What are they doing? Asking Alexa to put the podcast on?
I don't know.
Even, and
It's
Chromecast
Amazon.
is
Maybe it's Amazon Alexa. I don't know how it works,
Oh
America.
my gosh. I mean, Alexa is only associated with Amazon.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Okay, Alexa's
She
only friends
came
with Amazon.
From Amazon.
Okay.
And Chromecast.
I did not know where Alexa came from. I don't ask
Now,
those
let me
questions.
also ask you this. are you just watching or listening to our podcast on Google Chrome several times, and that's the
No, I don't
the
even.
audience?
I'm not even sure where Google Chrome is.
This is Chrome.
Oh,
Obviously.
this is Chrome.
Okay.
No, I'm not listening to it there.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know where to find us.
Yeah, the names I said, America. Find us there because I don't know and Sarah doesn't care where we are. So
Yeah.
Sarah thinks I'm crazy anyway. So
Well, I mean, I didn't say those words, but I just
it's implied.
I know that sometimes you like to make
things up. Yes.
that to suit your own world.
Agenda?
Yes. No, just your own.
You
What
know,
you think it is.
what I think it is, yes. Yes. I do that because I think that I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But then I find that maybe I don't. So and somebody corrects me. So I'm learning, America. I'm learning. But anyway, remember, life is funny that way.